Notice anything different in the chaos of my studio this week? Isn't this sign absolutely fantastic? This is my own customised neon sign and I love it in the chaos of my life. A little while ago, the very lovely people at neonsigns.com got in contact and said, would I like my own neon sign? And having lusted after them when I've seen them on other YouTube channels, I said, oh yes, please. So in this film, I want to show you how we work together and customize this sign and show how easy it is. So you don't have to be an artist. You might want a sign for a family event, a wedding, your business. You might be an IT specialist and want to get funky. I don't know, but it's really straightforward and the people at Neon Signs were so easy to work with. They're part of a very large company called BPS, but they give really individual customer service. My name's Liz Chatterton. I'm an artist based in Berkshire, and usually every week I share a tip or trick about watercolour painting. But this week is a bit different and it's all about how you could get your very own sign. I'm just going to say, if you can see any flicker on this film, it's nothing to do with this gorgeous sign. I'm filming this on an iPad and possibly it's picking up on a bit of a flicker. Don't know why. That technicality is well beyond me, which is important to say because the technicality of getting this sorted out wasn't beyond me. It was really straightforward. So my little sign does all sorts of things because I've got a little controller. At the moment it's only at 20% of brightness because actually, and I'll show you, if I turn it up to 100%, it's actually really bright and I don't think film can cope with it, but it would look amazing in the dark and it can go really bright. So this clever little controller allows you to do other things too. Let's show you a few of the modes that it can do. Oh my lord, we can have flashing, we can have all sorts. I'm just going to cycle through them. We can have something a bit calmer, and let's keep going. So you can see, oh, that could give you photo epilepsy, couldn't it? Yeah, I mean, there's just all sorts of gizmos and gadgets on this. Let's go back to something a little calmer, and that's all with this gadget that comes free with it. So the signs are all handmade to your specification. We'll go through the website where they've got lots of templates, and I'll also show you how easy it is to customize with your font or your colors and all those sorts of things. They're made in China and then shipped over, and the shipping's included in the price. I think from agreeing the design to it actually arriving at my house, it took about 3 weeks, which was way, way faster than I expected. I will share with you the unwrapping, the unboxing that I did, and I was so excited that frankly I forgot to press the sound. So there is no recording because as I was ripping it open, because hey, I just thought this was wonderful. So rather than concentrating on my stupidity of not pressing record, just look at how well packaged it was when it did arrive. Because if you think about sending glass all the way from China, you might be a little bit concerned about damage en route, but it was very well packaged and in absolutely perfect condition. BPS or Neon Signs reckon this has 100,000 hour lifespan, which I think is probably quite enough. They do free shipping all around the world, North America, Europe, Australia. So wherever you are, you can actually work with them. They'll customize the power source so that it's right for your country as well. So mine's come with a UK plug, yours can come with what you want. They'll do inside signs, outside signs, huge ones, little ones. Really, I couldn't think of anything that wasn't covered on the website. You might want to know how much a sign like this costs, and they're not cheap. But you wouldn't expect it to be cheap because this is handmade and it's a decent size. So this would cost $213 for the complete design to your specification and shipping, including this gizmo, including the hanging kit. I've currently got this on a chain, but it also comes for permanent fixing. The only reason I haven't fixed it permanently is I just can't quite decide where I want it. Will I have it in the studio, or it's such a lot of fun I might have it in the house, or I might keep it mobile and take it to my workshops. I don't know, and I can't make up my mind, which is a bit pathetic. This is about 50 by 60 centimetres. I'm going to switch it off and I'm just going to show you how it's sort of made, because it's really hard to see with the light on. So can you see it's on a cutout acrylic background? And I chose that. You could have it on a rectangular background. You could have it on, I think, a silver, an opaque. They can actually print and combine it with the neon if you want, because at one point we said, oh, did I want a printed rainbow so the rainbow was always visible, or did I want it neon? And I decided I wanted it neon, but if I decided otherwise I could have. I actually considered all sorts of phrases. Of course I could have just had Liz Chatterton as my logo, but that felt a little egotistical. I thought about the watercolour phrases like don't fiddle, put the paintbrush down, all those sorts of things. So you might be wondering why I chose the phrase embrace the chaos. And well, this is my studio, so it might give you a slight clue. For me anyway, embrace the chaos sums up the joy of watercolour. You can be a very controlled watercolourist, or you can let the watercolour flow, and watercolour gives you little happy accidents if you trust it and let it work for you. And that chaos is what I wanted to sum up. Having decided on the phrase, I then needed to decide on the design, and I turned to Canva. If you don't know Canva, it is the most brilliant online design tool, and it has lots of templates and lots of different fonts. I could have shared my ideas with neonsigns.com and they would have done the design for me. But in the end, you know, I am an artist and I wanted to do my own thing. So let me show you what I did on Canva. I started by playing around with different fonts, and I didn't want anything too plain but also not too busy, so I tried a few squiggles and different colours to see how those worked, and I started to sort of refine my ideas. I tried a few outlines which I really quite liked because I thought that looked chaotic. I did try things like a paint palette and a splodge of paint, but that just looked too busy. And then my thoughts turned to the rainbow because, of course, as an artist, I love colours, but also I am very fond of South Africa and the fact that it is a rainbow nation. So I thought, oh yeah, a rainbow would sum up the joy and happiness of that chaos, and that's what I settled on. Let's take a quick look at their website. It's www.neonsigns.com, and it showcases their different products, from business signs, outdoor ones, huge outdoor ones, to bar signs, wedding signs, and so forth. So if you scroll through and choose the sort that you're after, it'll take you to a whole pile of free templates, and you can look at those and see if something catches your eye. If it does, you could just go about adapting that very easily. There are little add-ons like these colour changing ones, which are really cool, but those obviously would come at extra price. And then there's the bits about their design service, which is really important if you want to take part in that. But I just wanted to show you how easy it is to customize one of their templates. So if we go back and choose one we fancy, then we can get on with it. I looked through, and the one that appealed to me was the one with the toucan, because hey, I'm not getting married. I've been there and done that, which is great. I rather like the smoothie, to be honest, but I thought the toucan was fun, so let's find that, and then we'll click on that and we can start to see how we would personalize that. So it loads the template up, and then you can put your own wording in. So just for the sake of this, I'll put embrace the chaos again. You can choose what colour you want that to be, and you can also choose the font. So there are loads of different fonts just in that little drop down box. You can play around with the size and everything until you get a design that you like. But if you don't find a template you like, then of course you can submit your own design, and they will ask you a few questions to see. So this is my initial design, what colours you want to use, what fonts you fancy, what size sign you're looking for, any special requests, what your budget is, inside, outside, what country you're in, so you know what power adapter you need, how you want that backboard. I showed you the cutout acrylic, and also whether you want things printed, and it even goes as far as saying, how do you want this packaged when it's sent to you? Are you happy in cardboard packaging, or do you actually want it in a specially constructed wooden crate? It really is a very personalised service, even through the website like this. Neon Science came back to me really quickly, asked a few questions. I said that I wanted the rainbow to be as a neon rainbow, not a printed rainbow. They came back with a proof. I then said, could we just alter the colour of the yellow, because I just wanted it more, well, like you can see over my shoulder. So I got the final proof, which I absolutely loved. We agreed it, and it went into manufacture. And as I say, from agreeing that final design through to it turning up in the UK was about 3 weeks. So if you've ever thought of getting your own neon sign made, I would have no hesitation in saying get in touch with them. It's easier than you think. And now I'm off to play with my sign.